Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Juneteenth celebration here on the
はい、
Games
約
Done
旦
Quick
ね、
channel. Whether you're
ま
viewing
す。
this in a recorded sense or live, we welcome you here for this glorious weekend of video games being played very fast by a lot of great black speedrunners. And speaking of which, obviously, we're in an interview space, and I've got a interview right here. None to one who had just run the messenger, as you just saw. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. I want to talk about you though. You've been in the speedrun space for like quite a long time, and like I know that, but I don't think the people here like kind of like know it. So let's dig a little bit more into like like you, honestly.
Okay.
So like like yeah, you've been around here for a long time, but tell the folks here how long have you necessarily been in like the speedrun space, or even like watching them on Twitch? And and after that, what was your first ever speedrun?
Well, I started around like the pandemic actually, so like around like 2021. But I mean, I always been watching before then, like around high school, in 2019, 2020, around that time. That's when I really started like becoming more interested in speed runs. But like, I started running Mega Man 2 actually back in 2021 because again, it was at the pandemic, so I had nothing else to do, and Mega Man always been like my favorite series to play casually. So I was just woke up one day and was like, "Hey, speedrun is pretty cool. I might as well try it." So and then I grinded that game out, and I got a pretty decent time in that game actually. I got like a 29 something first starting out. So
Oh, did you do the like regular category? Did you do zipless?
oh, I did. Excuse me. I did 80% normal. So it was with zips and everything, and
Oh,
a zip,
classic.
yeah, that like the zips were very cool. They're satisfying to do. Like people were like hyping them up, saying like they're hard to do, like they're so hard. But like I found it pretty challenging at first. But like then I started getting more comfortable with them, and they're very fun to do. So I really like doing the zips in that category a lot.
Did you have any other hobbies as a like just around video games in general before coming into speedrunning? Like, you said you took, you like basically uh got in the hang of things like incredibly quickly. Like you picked things up super quickly and like you grinded down a pretty decent time in your first speed run. Do you have like was there like any other like hobbies or like skills, activities that you've done that like kind of like lent to, just being able to learn so quickly?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think so. Like back in the day, like back in the, I
He's
was
just him. He's just him, everybody.
I mean, I hate to admit this, but like I was sweaty at melee. I guess I don't know, but
Okay, okay, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of like crossover from like a competitive sort of like community. So like melee definitely like I interviewed Ryan Ford like I think like a year or two ago, and it was basically like the same thing. Like we kind of got like hip to grinding down execution for like other things that like it was just like a cakewalk in speedrunning.
right, yeah. But these days now, it's like, man, I'm so old. I can't even like hold right at this point.
I don't
Like, it's too hard.
I don't know. I mean, it really depends. There's a lot of really cool like ways to take on like the game like in a physical sense, like controllers and all that. Have you pick a box one of these days? But again,
Bro,
I digress. I digress.
I mean, I do have a stat box in my back
Oh,
in my yeah. I
see,
got one of those. So I mean,
see,
like,
see. Then I'm gonna teach you a lot of like Metroidvania games, because like that is like 100% the controller to use for that. But no, I digress. I know you're a fan of like retro games, indie games, like we just saw you like run the messenger. What are some of your other games in your kind of like repertoire that you love speedrunning? What are your favorite games of that roster?
you may not know it, but I'm a huge Sonic fan. You might have seen me you might have seen me around here a couple times, but I think I'm pretty decent at the the classic Sonic games and CD. Like yeah, like I think the favorite one out of like those four in particular though kind of slept on, but Sonic CD, like that is a great game to run, honestly.
It is.
Like you got the peel out and then you got like MPO and just going back in the future, like it's a great game, honestly. Like it's not even that hard either. Like once you get down like how to do like the major peel out glitch, then it's honestly like a cakewalk from there. So it's just again just practicing your movement, just knowing when to slow down and stuff because you do slow down in Sonic a lot. It is interesting, but it's useful. But
Mhm.
honestly, yeah, like Sonic CD is just a great game to like watch and then run at the same time. So I really do enjoy like in literally any Sonic game, honestly. Like even like the 3D Sonic games, like Sonic Adventure, especially Sonic Adventure 2, like those games are just so interesting to
Oh
watch,
yeah,
honestly. Yeah.
we've seen how absolutely wild games like I mean like last year we had Sonic Adventure 2 for
Oh
GQ.
yeah. Oh
And
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's always a treat like watching them like go out of bounds, like wean out of those
Yeah.
kill planes and all that. Like, and if you can do it, I mean, again, you're him. Like don't let me say if.
I don't know about that, honestly. Like, once you add that Z axis to like a game, it's like, man, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm stuck, bruh. Like, I don't know.
um,
It's hard.
no, Sonic CD is absolutely banging. So,
Mm-hmm.
on the indie game side of things, like what kind of games do you look for when it comes to speedrunning and indie? I mean, like Messenger is very retro-esque,
Mm-hmm.
very precise and very crisp. I mean, you see it in the pixel art, the music,
Oh
and
yeah.
honestly, just like overall like execution and movement tech. What do you initially look for like when you look at an indie game? And like you're like, okay, yeah, I probably want to run this. Like, what made you want to run the Messenger? Like, for example.
Well, yeah. Again, like you said, it was kind of has that retro feel to it. So, uh, if it looks appeasing to me,
Mhm.
then I'll probably most likely want to run it. Like there's another game out there called Gravity Circuit, which is like another like pixel
Yes.
like game where you like playing like a Mega Man like dude with like grappling hook and everything, and like
Yeah.
that game was really fun when I first played it. Like it was very entertaining. Um, and another thing I do want to point out too is like if it has like great movement options, because I know in Messenger you saw a lot of different stuff. I was moving around each room, and with Gravity Circuit 2, like the way you're able to like just move around like the stage is like really crazy. So if I do have time to pick up another game, it'll probably be Gravity Circuit again. But
Yeah, like, I
yeah,
was about to ask that question. Like, hey, this kind of sounds like another speed run hopeful. I mean, Gravity Circuit is sick, you know.
yeah, man. Like I was gonna either pick up Gravity Circuit or Shovel Knight because like again I'm just basic
Mhm.
and just like pixel games like that. But
Hey,
yeah, just
the simple things, the
mm,
simple pleasures, right? Like that, like that's the nostalgia, you know.
oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Oh Lord. So a couple more questions, then I will let you go.
All right.
Because you again, you have definitely done a really great job at the messenger, and this was definitely not pre-recorded weeks prior, but good job, good job.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, no, a couple more questions, but what were some of your big inspirations? Like you said, you were kind of like big on Twitch before, like you know your foray into speedrunning. What are some of your like you know big inspirations for like you know kind of people paving the way for you know like accessibility, like and like kind of like imparting that knowledge onto you that hey you know you are a person that can speedrun too.
Honestly, it's kind of just the whole Sonic speedrun community in general, cause
Oh yeah.
like it's a huge community, and like there's different types of people who are just out there always encourage you to like, hey, if you just do this, then like you'll just be good, all right. And they encourage me to like pick up different categories of the game, especially with Sonic One, because at first I was just gonna do like one single category of the game, which was gonna be like glitched and get like a decent time in it. But like they kept on encouraging me to like do different strats and then pick up another category, which leads into me actually enjoying like our really like my favorite category being glitchless of Sonic One. So because of them, like they kind of like helped me to become better as a speedrunner. So I really gotta shout them out real quick. Even though I just ran Messenger, so like they have nothing to do with that game. But
but like you said, it's just like really nice to have communities as a whole be like really welcoming, really embracing with open arms, and like you said, the Sonic speedrunning community, classic 3D. Like I know a lot of mutuals in there, and like they are sweethearts.
Yeah.
like they will get you with all the information that you need to run your game. And they'll talk with you about the strats they use, advice and all that. Like again, this is all the community, right?
Yeah, you just gotta ask. You just gotta throw yourself out there. Because me personally, I'm a very timid person when it comes to like joining a new community. Like I don't want to like interact too much, if you know what I'm saying. But so I just had to muster up the strength to just be like, hey, I want to learn this game. Where do I start? And how do I do this better, and so forth. So I appreciate them for being patient with me. Basically, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Like you have been absolutely awesome to like toss things back and forth with. And again, like you are an amazing person. You are an amazing speedrunner, and like I hope that throughout your years in this community that you will continue to know that, and like people befriend you and look to you with that same respect. So don't sell yourself short on like, hey, I just like like lurking, but like like I really want to be part of this. Like you're already part of this, and like you've already gotten a lot of games under your belt. Like people know you, like, and if y'all watching at home do not know the name, none the one, you definitely damn well do know now. I got one more question.
Whatever, yeah.
So one more question. What would you say? Like think of like years from now, months from now, even when you've established yourself as someone very prolific, got some really nice times, or even just like became a very great wholesome mutual within these respective communities. What would you say to someone new that was like you post pre-pandemic, wanting to get into that realm of speed running? What are some words of wisdom that you would impart to them?
I guess take your time. It's like I know it's exciting to try to beat your record every time you play a game. Like, and for me, I know I was kind of stubborn thinking that I can get world record in like the first playthrough, but then I realized I got like last place on my first playthrough, like got me through like 3 hours or something. So don't get discouraged when you start running and you don't get the best time out there. Like, don't get discouraged by that, because honestly, it's gonna happen. Like you're gonna make mistakes in the beginning, so you just gotta take your time, keep practicing, put on that grind, and you'll get better eventually. Like, you will get better. Like, I'm not saying you could get better, you're gonna get better if you keep on putting that grind and keep practicing the tech and everything. So just take your time and enjoy running the game. Like, people get stressed out very easily, so I don't want that new person to get stressed out over a game. So just take your time.
100%. 100%. Like the mental well-being and emotional well-being of people, like when they try to take a hobby like pretty seriously, it's important to take care of that. And it's important even more to kind of adopt that sort of like stance earlier in your foray into like a community, or into like this sort of like very APM heavy sort of like thing. Because it is a very physically, mentally taxing hobby. Like, this is a hobby. So like we kind of gotta like keep ourselves grounded and treat it as such. And those are some really good words. Like it's not really often that you see someone like say like, oh, hey, take care of yourself. Hey, be patient with yourself as well. And I think those are really good. Number one, thank you very much for sitting down with us with this little chat. Again, congratulations on that great messenger run. I'm sure, wink, it was a really great messenger run.
I do too. Yeah. No, I mean it was a great one. Yeah. So,
there you go. You dressed up a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Everybody, we have a lot of great new games and new runners in this rotation. We still have a little bit left of this GDQ Juneteenth celebration for our 2024 season. Stick around. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon with even more games. Take care.
Okay.